Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about a very important topic in my eyes, and it is keeping rabbits outside. A lot of people keep them inside because Lorelai from the YouTube account Len the Bunny tells everybody that keeping your rabbit outside is dangerous and is bad for their health, and that is actually not true. I have kept my rabbits outside for 4 years. They have never been to the vets before, and that's not because I don't look at them or I don't notice when they are sick, but their fur has been glowing all of these years, and that's just proof that it's not because they're outside that they are sick. It's it can happen to any rabbit, inside, outside. You also don't have to maintain their nails because my rabbits maintain their nails themselves on a tile or stone or a piece of wood. So those are all of these health problems that you just don't have to worry about. Like, for example, the fur loss, they just do it themselves and the wind blows it away. They even make a nest in a tunnel with it. So that's just, if you keep them outside, then you can really see them being a rabbit. And that is just something that fascinates me, and I find it so sad that people begin to keep rabbits inside in areas where it's actually okay to keep them outside, because once they're outside, they're glowing. And I have experienced this with my own rabbits. In the beginning, we kept them inside, but they were very anxious. They all of the noises around the house, the things that were moving in the house, they just weren't comfortable with this. They had not a lot of height, so we then kept them outside, and once they were there, they really found their own place, and that makes me really happy. And I love seeing them doing their natural behavior, like making tunnels, making a nest, false pregnancy every time during spring. Like, all of these things you can't see when they live inside. It's also very, very, very important to have a friend, because if you don't have that, they can start feeling really alone, and no matter what, and no matter how much time you spend with your rabbit, no human can be compared to a friend rabbit. Never. A human can never replace a friend rabbit. We don't speak the same language as they do. We don't understand all of their signs they make, and only rabbits can really help them with that. For example, every time during spring, they help each other with their fur loss. They learn each other new things, they calm down each other, they lick each other, they cuddle near them. So that is just a really important thing, and most people nowadays forget that rabbits are such social animals and really, really need a friend. So with that being said, you have to keep a couple of rabbits outside. They keep each other warm when it's cold, and they lick each other when it's too warm to cool down. They also make these really amazing tunnels, and this is something that I have experienced a lot. My rabbits spend so much time making tunnels, creating nests, making chambers, and it's such a beautiful thing to see, and it always happens during springtime. So that is just really cool to see what they do with season changes, and that is also a thing why I really recommend keeping them outside, because of the seasonal changes. When it's spring, they create new nests, new tunnels, they rearrange their area. When it's summer, they really chill down and they lay down in the dirt all day long, and they just spend a lot of day outside the hutch When it's autumn, they eat a lot of leaves that have fallen down from the trees. They kind of prepare themselves for winter time. And when it is winter time, they play in the snow. And this is really a thing. They really like playing in the snow. They push it aside. They dig in it. And yes, sometimes it is too cold, and sometimes they don't like the snow. But then they have this really big hutch where they can go, and they spend also a lot of time in there sleeping and eating hay. So you can practically do everything outside that you can do inside, but you can never do inside what you can do outside. I hope that made sense. But so there's another thing that you should know when keeping rabbits outside, and that is false pregnancies. So every year during springtime, female rabbits will prepare themselves at being pregnant, and they make a nest. They collect a lot of hay, which is really, really funny to watch. So they also collect a lot of fur, and they put that in a tunnel, in a hide, in a warm place that they will make their nest. And you shouldn't panic because they aren't pregnant. This is just something that happens every year because Mother Nature chooses that, and that is just a way for rabbits to prepare themselves for being pregnant, so that if they are pregnant, they are really prepared. Only Hazel has this from my two females. Mika really doesn't care, and so that is just really funny to see, and that is just something that I really like about keeping rabbits outside. You can see all of their natural behaviors, and that is something that is really fascinating me. So I just recommend for everybody to experience this. And if you have your rabbits inside, you probably have never really experienced this with your rabbit. Another thing about keeping them outside is enrichment. So I think people don't realize how much more enrichment you have outside. All of the different smells, different herbs, different plants that grow there, all of the different materials, substrates. You can also create a sound bath for your rabbit. You can just have a lot of twigs from trees, and I always give them willow. We have a huge willow tree in our garden, and I always cut some twigs and I give them. This is a really great way of maintaining their teeth, and it's also very natural as it just grows there right next to them. So that is just something that I really like about keeping them outside. They have all of the different things, and that makes me just really proud of having them outside. Just all of the different materials that they can see, smells. It just makes their life so much more interesting. And it never gets boring because of the seasonal changes. So just keeping them outside is just a great way of making your rabbit's life way more interesting. And as I said before, you can never do inside what you can do outside, but you can do outside what you are doing inside. So I hope you understand that, and I hope you learned a little bit about the importance of keeping your rabbits outside if possible. So thank you for watching, and I see you next time. Bye!